Hi everybody, welcome to our BB18 recap show where I am still sick, but we are gonna get through this. I'm not gonna do a crazy long intro, I'm just gonna do this. Watch, you have to watch, this ain't great for audio, so you guys know what's there, you guys know what's there, you guys know what's at that link, you know what's at that link. You know what to do at that link, you know what becoming a patron is, and you know about getting the feeds. Look how quickly we made it through all of those. The only thing I only want to say to you guys before we officially start is, if you want to help support us, check out yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon video this month. Only good for this month. We want to get 1,000 trials. We're not really at the halfway point yet, and there's only 15 days left. It'll help us get a new computer, new equipment, and, oh god, it's been a horrible day. Anyway, check that out for us. I was going to say, and a new air conditioning unit. It will really help us out more than you guys know with everything, so check that out. Please, please, without further ado, damn it, I forgot to make an overlay with our Twitters on it, but people know them. It's Glammy.
Hi, how are you today? Well, apart from sweating like a whore in church, I hear.
Yes, my air conditioner is not working.
It's not working properly.
It's not working properly, but nobody cares about that.
I'm wearing a sweater because it's 67 degrees in my house.
Do you know how hot, like, seriously, a television behind me, the light in front of me, your monitor up there, 2 monitors here, another monitor over there, and another... I am surrounded by, like, heat... I think that's where this tan and glow comes from. I'm not in the sun. I'm always here. This is a monitor lighting tan.
Well, I'm just gonna say I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's fine.
It sucks to be you.
It does suck. It doesn't suck. And if it did, I would use a throat number. No. You know they make that, by the way.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
You know what people want to know about? What has been going on? And I will say, Glammy and I did the part 1 of our show yesterday, and we had Magic Ball predictions, and Glammy, we were right. Mm-hmm. As everybody knows, Victor won the HOH, Paulie and Corey nominated, Victor won the POV, and we found out earlier today, Victor did not use the POV.
However, you were wrong because you thought that Paulie was going to be in the diary room going, oh, hello, it's just a joke, I'm just fucking with these people, blah, blah, blah. No, we had sobbing bitch Corey. Sobbing like a little fucking girl whose little dolly got broken.
I think you mean Corey. I think you mean Paulie. Yeah, Paulie. You said Corey, and then I said Corey.
Did I say Corey? Paulie. It's Paulie. Rewind the tape. I don't believe I said Corey.
Rewind
it. Call him Corey.
This is easy. 4 minutes in.
No, don't even start. It's just fucking with you. It's fine. Paulie is a little bitch. Sorry. And then, can we talk about the fact that he defied Big Brother basically all day yesterday. Mm-hmm. Defied Big Brother last night. We had more fish than a goddamn fish and chip shop. It was like, what the fuck is going on? And...
Oh, I was like, what do you mean fish? I'm not well today. I get it. Fish. Go ahead.
We'll be right back. Is that better for you?
We right back. Oh, yes. No. I totally got it. Yes. That's what we need to talk about. So much happened since we ended our show last night. You were right about a lot of things that you said that you thought were going to happen on last night's episode. Yes, you were right. Paulie crying in the DR happened because he felt he was with Corey since day 1.
Bullshit.
Catherine.
He's been with Nicole, Michelle, Paul, Corey, Victor. Who else did Zakia? Who else did he evict? Frank. He's been with everybody since day 1. He was with Tiffany since day 1. So, we just happened to forget that?
He's been with a lot of people since day 1. Yeah. I want to say this too. Chat room, I am totally paying attention to you. So you give us your questions too, for what you want Glammy and I to talk about. As far as Big Brother goes, or what you want Glammy's thoughts and opinions on from this season. Now, you said you wrote a new blog at princessglammy.com.
Yes, I did. Yesterday and today. I've actually been keeping up on this.
Okay, so what were we talking about before the show where I said, let's save it for the show? That's how bad my memory is.
I can't remember.
Cancer.
Oh, yes.
Got it. Go.
Okay. I don't think it's appropriate that Paulie, that was with a P, not a C. It was not Corey.
Right.
It was Paulie, first of all, you don't know if the person's telling the truth or not. So when you get up and make your, please save me speech at Veto, and then throw in your dying relatives and use an aunt for strategy. First of all, how does she feel about getting used for strategy? Did he ask her and say, hey, can I use you in case the going gets real bad? Can I just say, hey, by the way, my auntie's dying, who sometimes is a grandma, because he's not exactly sure, but he thinks it's his aunt, which I'm pretty sure it's his aunt, right?
It is.
In real life, it's his aunt. He put it in a blog or something.
Correct. Well, that's what I was going to say to you. I've never heard him talk about this in the house before, and I do agree with you that it seems sketchy. If I was a house guest, I don't know that I would believe it if you were pulling it out on the week when you were in danger. However, I was told, yes, he's been mentioning it since the beginning of the game in his HOH blog. So to us, the audience, apparently, no, this is not the first time he's talked about it, but it might be the first time the house has heard of it, and we do know it is for real. But yes, I understand that people, obviously are not going to like him using his aunt as strategy, I guess.
I mean, I don't understand, why would you do that? I mean, I didn't know. The viewers don't know. I don't read the HOH blogs. I don't have a freaking clue
I agree
about
with that.
So they're going to put this on TV and they're going to be like, oh, who's dying?
Only if she signed a release.
Oh. Well, that's maybe why he worded it in the way he did.
How do we know how he worded it?
Because Paul was talking about, can you believe he said I'm doing this for my family, my present and deceased and dying, or something along those lines. So I don't think he named and said, hey, my auntie,
Right.
My auntie Eric is dying from cancer, help me.
God.
And how do we know, I'm trying to think, if I was in the house and somebody said that to me, how do I know, first of all, A, you're close to your aunt, and B, how do I know you're going to give the money to your dying aunt for her cancer?
We don't.
See, I just don't get it. It's like...
I feel like it's not good gameplay. I just don't think it's good gameplay, period. Like, whether he's being sincere or not sincere, I, again, would like to believe he's being sincere. But either way, like, whatever side of the fence you've fallen on it, it's just for all the reasons you just said. It's bad gameplay. If I was in the house, I would be annoyed as another player in the game, being like, really? You're gonna pull this out right now?
And here's another thing. Why, if they need the money so badly, why did the family not set up a GoFundMe page? I mean, Derek's like family to them. He's really well known. He could have got a lot of people together. Cody could have done it and said, we're trying to raise money for my aunt.
What if he's just trying to be the most super villainiest villain of all time?
I think he is in real life, and I think people make excuses for him every single day of his life.
See, this is what the chat room now is saying. It flew by, so forgive me, but I believe what TV or Bust in the chat room was saying was, then why is he willing to walk away from the jury money if he needs money?
He's going to lose all of the money. He's going to lose all of it. He's never going to get asked back. I really, truly think last night when he's throwing a hissy fit in the diary room for 3 or 4 hours, I think they probably said to him, you're not coming back, and we'll make sure Cody doesn't come back for All-Stars, so you're fucking yourself and your brother. So get out there and bake a goddamn pie, put on the fucking apron, wave your little flag for 40 minutes and suck it up, Buttercup. And he came out. But then the second time, he refused again. He wasn't coming back in. He was still running with the shirt off. And he was being a complete arse. And it just bugs the shit out of me because he keeps saying, I'm going to leave. But your aunt's dying. Makes no sense.
It definitely seems sketchy.
In his words, it sounds a little sketch.
It sounds a little sketch. Somebody in the chat, Cape Blonde in the chat room says, it's lies. His aunt has insurance. Now,
that's why I was going to say the same thing. Most people have insurance these days. I mean, I have a $4,000 deductible. What the hell?
That's my point. That's not a lot. I don't go to the doctor because I have a $4,000 deductible as well. I have insurance.
If you have cancer, trust me, you're going to pay.
Oh, no. I know if you have cancer. 100%. Yes, but...
You're going to get cancer if you don't go to the fucking doctor. So spend the $4,000 and save your damn life. Hello.
Can't make money. Come out of rocks. I need a doctor that'll take sunshine and rainbows. I tried to get a doctor to do sponsorship. Like, let me come for free and I'll put your ad on my website. It didn't work. I like to believe, David Thielen says, I like to believe they use the actual word suck it up, Buttercup.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Fuck off, Buttercup.
Probably. Nikki Cochran
Shut up, Buttercup. I think I said shut up.
He probably said shut up, Buttercup. Nikki Cochran says, I'm not a Cody fan by any means, but it would suck if Paulie ruined Cody's chances of coming back.
Yes, I completely agree, 100%.
Well, did you see what I tweeted last night about what I thought they should do about Paulie refusing to bake the pies? I said, since he's refusing to bake pies, I think Big Brother should come over the loudspeaker and say, house guest, Paulie is refusing to make pies. We have tried to get him to make pies. Until you all can get Paulie to make pies, you are all on slop.
That would be Big Brother UK. If somebody doesn't do what they're told, everybody gets the water turned off. Or if they talk about nominations, which is a big no-no, they come over the loudspeaker saying, housemates, this is Big Brother. At 2:00, Frankie spoke to Renee and said, blah, 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 and the whole house hears it. So, and the punishment is because you are not allowed to talk about nominations. Everybody for 24 hours has no hot water and we're taking the curling irons away. I mean, they'll do shit like that all the time. Or they'll shut the storage room and say you can't
How
eat.
Is there any strategy on BBUK that if you're
Because you have to listen and observe what other people are doing and how they're interacting with people. And then you say, well, I'm getting a feeling that they also don't like this guy. And that's the way it works. And everybody seems to end up voting almost the same way. Like everybody nominated Bear for being eternally nominated because he was an asshole because of his behavior.
Ziggy Marley is performing in the backyard for 1 hour. What does that mean?
What?
People in the chat room are saying Ziggy Marley is performing in the backyard.
Is that why the house is being... Like Sheryl Crow?
I don't know. Who's Ziggy Marley? Oh, Glen's here. Hi, Glen.
Hi, Glen. Do you mean Bob Marley's son?
I don't know. I don't know who Ziggy Marley is.
Well, everyone's getting dressed right now.
They're having a party or something. Wait, can I ask you, I mean, this is going to be awkward because Glen's in the chat room, but can I ask you a question because you'll be honest? Mm-hmm. Do you like how Glen tells it how it is on Twitter? Because I do.
I've only seen a few of his tweets, but yeah, he's very honest and straight to the point.
He's straight to the point. He is, as Tiffany would say, given zero fucks.
Oh yeah, he gives zero fucks. And I like that. And he would have been great on this show. And he should come back for season 19 on the net if they ask him to.
I've said that too. I think they should have Glen and Jody both get to go and play the adjacent online Big Brother version. I
think the new version is going to be very similar to Big Brother UK. I really do. I really do. With the house still voting, but I think they need to get rid of the veto completely, and I think the people watching give the veto to a person, either somebody on the block or another house guest. But of course, I'd give it to Glen every single week.
Would you?
Oh yeah, I would. Because he would just do what we want him to do.
Oh, I don't think Glen would do. I mean, we could ask him. But hold on. Is this not going to let me put it in the chat room because it has an @ symbol? No. Okay, I did it. Yeah, there you go. I just put Glen's Twitter in the chat room for anybody that doesn't have it and wants to follow Glen on Twitter. I'm not even going to say that. Cody doesn't want to come back, says the chat room. Do you hear that? That Cody doesn't want to come back?
Why? Because it's going to interfere with Derek's book launch, and Derek's probably not coming back, and Cody's too scared to do it on his own? I mean, or why wouldn't he do it with his brother? There you go, the two of them together. Wouldn't it be great if All Stars is Tiffany and Vanessa and Cody and Paulie?
I would love it. Did you watch Big Brother Canada?
No.
Big Brother Canada, they had the brothers play, but they had to play as one unit. So they played as one.
Okay.
And they switched off for competitions.
Right.
But if one got nominated, they were both nominated. If one was on slop, they were both on slop. And if one gets sent home, they both get sent home. And they had to play the game as a pair, but yet...
Kind of like a mirror, almost. They were playing...
But like not hidden. No, not switching.
They weren't switching in and out. They were just, they were there, but there was like a wall between them. They couldn't... They weren't able to help each other in competitions.
Correct.
They weren't able to... They had to discuss who they were going to nominate and come up with one decision. And how did they do?
They won.
Shut up. They won?
Yep.
Did they both get 500,000 or did they have to split the money? Or whatever the prize was?
No, they had to split it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Cody Lamb Super Kate says, Cody feels that Big Brother is going backwards in his career. I'm going to say this. And... I don't think we should be speaking for... I mean, sure, that's an opinion from the chat room. I haven't heard Cody say that.
Has Cody say...
I've never heard Cody say
what
that.
Career exactly does Cody have? Sorry.
He's a model.
He's a what?
A model.
A mammal?
A model!
Oh, model. Okay.
Did I ever tell you about the
time...
his
knickers still?
Did I tell you about the time that we were at the Big Brother premiere party, and I was talking to Derek, and Cody was behind me, and I didn't know Cody was behind me, and while I was talking to Derek, I leaned back, and I thought I was leaning up against the wall, but no, I was leaning up against Cody, and I turned her, and I was like, oh, you're really just, like, all muscle. I'm like, oh, Cody, hi. Glen says, I love you guys. You're great. Thanks, Glen.
Thank you, Glen.
Thanks, Glenny. This is a fun show, Glen. This is a Glammy exclusive show. We love it. Cody has said himself his agencies don't want him doing any more reality
His
TV.
Agencies.
Okay, well, I don't know.
He has multiple agencies.
I guess.
I mean, for bricklaying, I mean, you need an agent to be a...
You can lay brick over here anytime you want. Lay a brick on.
Stop it.
I'm ready, Cody. Have they done the POV ceremony yet? Yes. I am so glad that you asked. They have.
That was the first thing I wrote down to talk about.
Not used.
Not got to it yet.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. POV. Well, we did talk about it. We talked about cancer and all of that. I feel like something else happened last night on the feeds that.
Oh my God! Come on, Paul, Secret Service agent. Parkour Paul.
Okay.
Jumping around all over the house, frisking people, dropping dime bags on people. You know, somebody had an 8-ball of crack, whatever the hell you call it. Not up in the whole drug paraphernalia, drug lingo, but he was hilarious. And Paul showed how you're supposed to take punishment. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was checking the beard in today at the checkpoints. Checkpoint, beard safe, it's cool. Meanwhile, Paulie Pissy Pants is crying into an apple pie again and waving his flag like this. Mm-hmm. And in bed with Corey again.
Okay, I'm going to start here. Last night, we heard Paulie say, and I actually heard him say this one, I'm only doing enough punishments for them to get the shots they need. Now, I didn't see him have to do any more after that. Then again,
he was doing them there was one at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, there was? Okay. Yeah.
And when I woke up around, I don't know, 11 this morning, my time, Eastern time, he was baking a pie. Alone in the kitchen.
Here was my favorite part about him complaining about baking this pie. He's like, it's just too complicated. First of all, Paul, they gave you the roll-out dough sheets.
No. The thing that you...
As I, as a gay, and Glammy as a woman, will let you know, the hardest part of baking a pie is making the crust. Hello? So what all you have to do is this... And then do this to an apple, and then put a top on.
And 2 cans of pre-made applesauce thrown in on top of the apples. He
doesn't even have to cut up the... Oh, he does have to cut up the apples.
He has to cut up the apple into 10 slices, 3 apples into 10 slices, throw it in there, and then open the cans with the tin opener, and throw it in there, and then put the fake top on, and then, crisp the edges around, and throw it in the oven for 40 minutes while it bakes, and wave a flag with his apron on.
Well, it's baking. Did you see my tweet last night where I said the problem with Paulie baking is that he wasn't baked for this game. He was bred for it.
Oh, I know. I was like, you're writing for Zingbot now, for God's sake. Let me just get back to the Ziggy Marley thing.
Okay, wait. Here's what we're going to do.
That is Bob Marley's son.
Perfect. You know what I would like you to do, Glammy?
What?
I would like you and all your luxuriousness to explain to the chat room about Bob Marley and whatever you want to say for 1 minute.
Why? Because you're running to go and pee.
I spilled my drink all over myself. Hold on. Go ahead.
We're not really
talk to your friends.
We're not going to really talk about Bob Marley. I'm just going to go into you now and find out what you guys are actually talking about. Yeah, well, you all know about Bob Marley. For God's sake, he's a musician, and I don't know how he died, but he's dead. And reggae, I believe. So he's not spilt anything on himself. He's peed himself again, just like he doesn't go to Chick-fil-A. He's fibbing again. He's just telling you what you want to hear. Let me just find out if this... I'm trying to find out if this is really true about Ziggy Marley, because there's not been anybody in the house since Sheryl Crow, and that was really, really strange that they're having a party. I don't know. I can't find anything. You guys can see this? Where about? Let me just check.
I'm back.
We were just talking about you lying, you peed yourself, and the fact that it's like you don't go to Chick-fil-A. It's the same story.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Hamster watch. They're getting a county fair party. No telling if Ziggy going to play for them a la Sheryl Crow, or a man with the cotton candy booth. Or they're claiming, the house guests are claiming that Ziggy Marley is coming into the backyard to play for them. They haven't done this since...
Ziggy Marley is dead. Oh, no, Bob Marley's dead.
Bob Marley's
dead.
Yeah.
Ziggy Marley
is alive
dead.
And well.
They announced on the feeds and said confirmed it's Ziggy Marley.
Okay.
Pirate Hooker would like you to know that you look like Ginger Spice.
Jerry Halliway?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I
don't know if is that the fat version or the skinny version, because I might be offended.
I don't know. They just said Ginger Spice. Baby Spice, says TV or Boss.
I like Baby Spice a bit more, actually.
Baby Spice. Whoa. And I'm going to say thank you to My Name is Alan. Thank you very much for the bars. My Name is Alan. It's very generous of you. Thank you. Clearly he did it for you, Glammy, because you're so beautiful. Baby Spice.
Baby Spice.
Glammy is way better looking, says Wheelie Girl. Clearly. Okay, so now I don't know why you're not mad here.
Why?
What I'm hearing is Paulie refused to do his pie punishment. He spent several hours in the DR. He came out and was willing to do the bare minimum of his punishment, and now they get a party.
I think he shouldn't not be allowed to go to the party. I think they should lock him in the fucking HOH room and say, sit there, and no, you take the remote control away from him. Send him to his room. Mm-hmm. That's what you do with children. I said it, I tweeted last night. Big Brother is like the parent. They have to tell small children 100 times, go to the fucking corner before they actually do it. And that's what they had to do. And you don't get the candy in the candy store the next again day when they ask, because you're still being bad from yesterday. So no.
Paulie said, like, they did not cut the feeds, because of course Michelle asked him. Michelle was like, so did you get in trouble in the DR? Like, when he refused to do the thing, refused to do it, then he went to the DR. Michelle asked him, and his exact words were, no, they told me they thought I was going to be a team player.
He's lying.
And he's like, I told them I never said that, but I said I would help you get some shots. Okay, and then they cut the feed.
This is what happens in Big Brother. If you've been watching Big Brother since season 1, you pick up on something really fast about when people are lying about what they said in the diary room. If you tell the truth about what you're saying, you immediately get, Eric, you're not allowed to talk about your diary room session. If you are lying your ass off, there is no announcement. So was there an announcement from Big Brother when he made this announcement?
No.
He's fucking lying. He got his ass chewed out in the DR as per usual, came out with his tail between his legs, and went and made a pie. You can tell every single time. You know when they've been lying, because there's no announcement from Big Brother to stop talking about the diary room sessions. They don't care about made up shit that never happens. But they are very, very pissy about things that really, truly were said. Like Nicole gets told off all the time for it.
Right. Glen in the chat room is saying he thinks that they should have a better band in there for their age group. He doesn't understand why it's Ziggy Marley.
No, I don't understand that either. Glen and I would probably really like Ziggy Marley, but he's only a few years older than me, so...
I mean, let's be real. Corey isn't going to wear the good clothes.
I mean, who should they have in there? Ariana Grande?
Oh, please?
Do you think, Cody doesn't want to do Big Brother because, his agent doesn't want him to? Could you imagine Ariana Grande performing in the backyard? I don't think her agent would be too thrilled either.
I don't know why an artist would come on this season.
I don't know either. I mean, maybe was he part of the Olympics? Did Jamaica win
Apparently he has a new CD out, but still tons of people have new CDs out.
Lenny Kravitz was at the Democratic National Convention, for God's sake, and he was...
Greek Diva...
I might actually go over the fence if Lenny Kravitz was in the house.
Don't go over the fence. Greek Diva says Greek Diva said CBS is probably doing something with Ziggy later on.
Probably.
Yes.
Like remember not Scorpion show. Was it Scorpion? Scooter Braun, Scorpion, suddenly we're doing all things with... Frankie Grande got on the show because Scooter Braun, Ariana Grande's manager, was getting a new CBS show. Maybe he's coming on. Maybe he's on Criminal Minds because they're looking for a new guy to take over from Thomas Gibson.
Hashtag conspiracy theory.
I don't know. Maybe he's going to be on CBS somewhere.
Maybe. You never know. Who Wesley in the chat room wants to know, Glammy, who do you think is more annoying? Corey
or Eric?
No, that's no contest. Corey or Nicole?
Nicole. Corey is like, he is stoned, like a stoner. He has one expression. This is it. Oh my God, that was such a funny joke. I really am upset with you, Nicole.
Really?
He's a fucking space cadet. It's like he was in the biology lab and he said, hey, can we do a lobotomy on you? We won't fucking do it all the way. We just want to take twisty bits out here and see what happens. Texas A&M, we've heard you've been hit in the head a few times. Obviously too many times. The guy is a limp dick. He is useless, and I fucking can't stand to say. I call him Vanilla. That's my name. He is the... God, he's worse than wallpaper.
First of all, I love when you're on when I have a fever and strep throat because you can just say all the things that I don't have the energy to say on this show. But Glen in the chat room is saying Corey should be sitting where I'm sitting.
Yes, I agree. 100%. Corey is like this cardboard cutout in the diary room. He's like, wow, that was a really good Veto. Let me do that
Veto.
again. Veto. Oh, was that the... What's Pandora's box? Hello?
Oh my god.
I mean, Glen is like a fan of the show. He was natural in his diary rooms. He was natural on the show for the small amount of time we actually got to see him.
Yeah.
And I blame Nicole and her whole fucking team for it. It was her entire team's fault that Glen went home.
This is the one time Nicole decided to make an actual strategic move. Because to be fair, it's before she got dignitized.
Dignitized.
She did not get dignitized until day 2. So she was actually able to make a strategic move at that moment in the house.
Well, listen, here's something for the chat room. What do you think Nicole's game would have been like if Glen stayed and Corey had gone home? If things changed, what do you think would have happened? Whose leg would she be humping?
Paulie. Well, maybe not Paulie's.
Paul, James, basically everybody.
Oh god, the chat room goes so fast for me. Oh wait, what did Glen say? My team sucked, says Glen. I saw a lot of people agreeing with Glen. Yeah, your team was not the best.
And I don't believe in that photo finish that they showed. That was bullshit. I'm sorry.
Well...
That was the magic of CBS.
The opinions expressed here by Glammy do not represent Reality Recap. Glammy is just a guest on the show today. Continuing part 2 of her segment yesterday. Who would make the most impact coming back from jury at this point, do you think, Glammy?
2 of them. Devon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not sure exactly which way Devon would go. Would she go with the veterans and try and do that again? Or would she go with James and Natalie and that group and be with the bigger group? Or would she try and split the whole group up and start a new game?
I think it depends what Bridget and Zakiya told her in jury about James before the battle back. Right. But oh no, it's jury. I was gonna say they have to remain in, because this is interesting. This is different. So like, if we're guessing there's gonna be a battle back on Friday, the losers of the battle back would go back to the jury house then, I'm assuming. So I guess it is different. They would have the chance to talk to each other.
Yeah, well, they get to see each other anyway with the whole, they get to see the competitions.
True, right. It's very, I mean, and we don't know. Like, we're just guesstimating based on
I was guessing that this whole Ziggy Marley thing's put a wrench into the whole, is that the right word? Wrench, spanner? I say spanner, but I think it's called a wrench here. I've only been here 22 years and still can't get it right. The whole Ziggy Marley thing in the backyard, I thought it was shut down so they would be doing one-on-one competitions right now.
Right.
Obviously not. So where are they doing the competitions? In the mansion?
Really? I don't want to answer that question.
Are we going to play cards?
I don't want to answer that question on this show based on our audience. But let me say this. Glen in the chat room says, I'll tell you after if you really don't know. Glen in the chat room says, FYI, they're not allowed to talk game in the jury house. Really, Glen?
Glen, do you remember the year that Dr. Will and a few of his cohorts escaped the jury house and were found in a fucking bar, drunk?
How about...
Do you remember that?
How about, better yet, allegedly, Chelsea's season, where allegedly they forgot to unhook the cable in the pool house, and allegedly all of jury watched the shows.
Watched the show.
Watched the shows. 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 Watched the Oopsie.
Yeah, I mean, of course he talk, and of course when they're not talking, they're fucking each other. So there's pillow talk too.
Yeah.
If you're not on a showman's, you're really kind of screwed until Dr. Will gets there and basically tells you how to vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because you're clueless.
I don't think that this season will give ass worth a dick about Dr. Will. I don't
think any of them will know who he is.
I agree.
He's old enough to be their fathers.
I agree.
I mean, and does he really want to come in this year?
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Do you think
Jeff might have to do it.
Do you think it'll be a bitter jury?
Oh, God, yeah. Of course it will. Especially if Paulie's in there. It's going to be Paulie Pissy Pants, as I call him.
Somebody in the chat room before said, this Christmas, Paulie Pissy Pants doll right next to the Barbies and Target.
I've been calling every year somebody gets the Paulie Pissy Pant Award, and sadly for Paulie, his name is actually Paulie, and it went straight to him.
There really is something called Paulie Pissy Pants?
I've been saying it for about 10 years, yes. It's a play on something from South Park years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be another Scottish thing.
No.
Dr. Will is calling out sick, says Abby Love.
I agree. I think they should... Actually, I think they should put Boogie in because he would actually rip them apart. Dr. Will's too nice and Derek would be too boring. And what about Will Huser? Maybe he could go in and be completely such a dick to them. Or Janelle. Send Janelle in.
Corey, oh my god. Ziggy in the chat room has an interesting conspiracy theory. She says, calling it now, Paulie has the round trip ticket, and this concert is now what they are going to use on the Friday show.
Well, no, they can't. They can't. Because
sure they can.
Corey will be in the pictures. And so will Paulie. It'll be out of time sequence. They can't claim this happened unless they say previously on Big Brother previously.
Well, they could just say it's a Big Brother special. We have a Ziggy Marley concert in the backyard on Friday night.
For an hour?
Yeah.
And what? 3 people in jury going, hi. Jury segment for 10 minutes.
A highlight episode. Who's going to watch?
Is this early on now?
Look, don't shoot. I am just sharing Ziggy's what I think is a good theory.
How are we talking Ziggy in the chat room, and we've also got Ziggy Marley getting ready to go into the Big Brother house? How is that? That's so weird.
It's so weird. New Jersey girl in the chat room says, breaking news, by a vote of 1 million to 4, Paulie, you've been evicted from New Jersey.
Yay.
He's not going to be allowed to go back to New Jersey.
I don't know. I kind of feel bad that he has behaved so
okay, wait a minute.
Atrociously.
Megan1223 in the chat room says Paul mentioned on the feeds having to do this concert for a Friday special.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So there is no jury buyback at the moment. So once you go to jury, you're done. Oh my god, the motherfucker has got the round trip ticket. They gave it to him because he makes great feeds. Oh, fuck. Paulie is going to be in the house next week.
Don't you think but in all honesty...
Do you hear this complete silence of the shock and horror of...
I hear the silence, but let me tell you this. Again, let me put my flame suit on. Zoop and vrunk. I don't want him to go home.
He's interesting feeds.
Yeah, because
that... But he has to be the underdog. He has to be kicked down. We don't want the pompous fool of himself. Paulie, he's an asshole. He'll run the fucking game all the way to the bloody end, and it'll be just boring as hell. And I just renewed my goddamn feeds. I should have waited to the 17th of August when they got cut off and said, forget it. I am not watching pompous Paulie.
If anybody doesn't have their feeds and would like to help support our shows, you can get them from yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds. Don't listen to Glammy. It's the best. Look, if he goes home,
yeah,
you understand we're left with Nicole. And so if he goes home, We are left with Nicole, Corey, Natalie, James, Paul, Michelle, Victor.
Yeah.
So basically, showmances.
But then we can watch the implosions of the showmances go down on the live feeds without Paulie interfering.
Chat room seems fine with that.
Yeah, man. I'm completely fine.
Meech will go down in a flaming fire on the feeds. We don't need Paulie. Well, like what? Like she did last week? I mean, she gave I'm not taking away from her speech. She gave a great speech, but that's pretty much all she did. Mm-hmm. Everything that she did
What has Michelle done? I mean, when I watched the beginning of the season, Michelle was... What are you doing?
That's what she does. You've never seen her eat anything?
No.
This is... Okay, ready? Here's my... And I can only do this because Lord knows she makes fun of enough people and claims to be a nutritionalist. This is a blueberry, okay? This is actually a Frito, but we're going to say it's a blueberry. Mm-hmm. This is Michelle eating a single blueberry or any item of food this big.
Maybe it's digestion.
I have never watched a person put their whole entire fist in their face to eat one thing this big.
I've never watched her eat because I didn't like her at the very beginning because she was being a bitch about everybody. She was, talking about alcoholics and drug addicts and how she doesn't want to help them because they don't want to help themselves. And
getting Bridget fired.
Yes, and I was just like, what is going on? And this girl, and she kept calling fat shaming people, and I was like, what? I don't know what's... And then suddenly everyone's like, Team Michelle. I'm like, why? What's she done? Apart from cast a vote, basically.
That's why people come at me, and I feel like I can't forget that she was horrible towards what she considers to be fat people. And
everybody. And so was Corey. Corey was like being nasty. I mean, do you remember there was a day at the pool, and everybody was around the pool, and there was the big fight with Josiah, and Corey's response was, we don't want brown people here or something, and we don't want... I was like, oh my God, shut up. And he's like, they don't need to be here. And then Natalie's sitting there going, well, I'm kind of Latino, hello. And, Josiah's like going off, and then you've got Victor's out there kind of silently going, I mean, it was so awkward. He didn't understand what he was saying. He didn't see what was going on. That's why I think he's had a fucking lobotomy. I mean, he's a dumbass. Oh, and today he was talking about cheating, how he cheated his way through college. How he cheated.
What?
How he cheated through college.
He admitted to arson on the feeds the other day. Legitimately admitted to arson.
Did he set fire to the goat?
No, you did not
hear this.
This
is another incident?
No,
okay, stop. Wait a minute. He allegedly was trying to set fire to a goat, but it wasn't him, it was his friend. And that was on the news before he even went in the house, right?
Correct. First of all, I've already debunked this. I mean, let's be real. Hashtag not gay Corey lives in a frat house in the gayborhood, self-proclaimed. Switch out goat for houseboy and gasoline for lube, and it makes a whole nother story. He's just protecting his frat brothers. That was a whole kinky sex scene that he was just doing code about. Anyway,
code or coke?
Probably both. Allegedly. Comedic recaps. He said on the feeds the other day, literally, I don't want to get into too many details because we were using illegal fireworks, but we were lighting them off in the middle of the forest and it was really dry. It was like a dry season. So then, stuff started catching on fire in the forest and we had to, and then...
Okay, so has anybody Googled forest fires in Texas around the Texas A&Ms?
Believe me, I'm sure there are people...
Oh my God. I mean, how many acres did he burn accidentally? How many houses... Was it one of the ones on CNN that we saw? I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think Corey is going to walk out of the house and they're like, Julie's not going to be there. It's going to be like a police officer and like animal cruelty. And they're going to be like, come here, Corey.
It'll be Derek going, hey, come here. We got to talk. These nice gentlemen are going to take you away for about 25 years to life. And but it's going to be okay because you like it in the ass.
Oh, that's what I said. I was like, I think he'll be okay with jail. TV or Bus says it was at his grandmother's house on her land. This land is my grandma's land. This land is your land. I'm lighting it on fire.
Well, today I with Paulie, I kept getting the song stuck in my head, and I tweeted it out, and then everybody hated me for it because it got stuck in their heads too. I'm thinking he's singing in his head, "Should I stay or should I go?" That song,
right?
If I stay, there could be trouble. I'm like, oh my god, just fucking go, Paulie, just go, just get up and go. But then I keep thinking about, if there's an All Stars and they want Derek and Cody back, and they say like, okay, 50,000 each, to go in the door. I mean,
I don't think there'll ever be an All-Star season. I was legitimately thinking about this the other day. I don't know that there'll be an All-Star season because people are going to want more money now, and I don't think they're going to pay it. You can't have an All-Star season without, let's say people, and I know it's their third time, I'm not literally saying them, I'm just saying people like Rachel, Danny Donato, like big people, whatever their equivalent is to people that haven't played. And those people are not going to be like, oh yeah, we'll go back and do All-Stars for 10,000. No. Nope.
Dr. Will might, but he was the one that negotiated the deal season 14, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to come back for X amount of dollars. Wasn't it 25 grand?
Mm-hmm.
And Brittany and everybody else had been offered like 15. And then he said, okay, send me the papers over. He then sent the papers to everybody and said, psych, I'm not doing it. Take Boogie instead. Boogie went on for 25 grand. Yep. So those four got like 25 grand each because Dr. Will knew how to negotiate a deal.
Yep.
And
some people
fucked them over.
People in the chat room are saying they need to make the prize $1 million for All Stars.
They might come back for that.
They might come. I have heard Giselle. Go ahead.
What's her name? Brendan and Rachel have already tried for $1 million on The Amazing Race, and so have Jeff and Jordan. Now, Jeff and Jordan aren't going to come back because Jeff's not going to be away from that baby, and Jordan's not going to leave that baby for nothing. I think
Jeff couldn't wait to get as far away from that baby as he can.
I don't think he does though. I think he's going to be, if that's a little boy baby, he's going to be having that little kid in, little Chicago shirts, and he's going to love it. Trust me. I
hope he loves it 1,000,000 times more than he legitimately loves Jordan. Then maybe he'll love it like 10%. Is the baby... does he have to contractually like the baby too? The way he has to contractually like Jordan? Whatever. I think he got real lucky not getting that one pregnant for as long as he did, and then was like, fuck, baby trapped.
But this is 2016. You don't need to get married.
In the South, you do. Where Jordan comes from, you do.
She's from North Carolina.
Especially if you're pregnant.
She was living in LA, though, right?
Yes. Emily, yes. And let me say this. Emily Mora, I don't know what we did, but thank you very much for the bars. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. Hey, guys, I have to get back to daddy duty. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. Look forward to chatting with you guys in the future. Thanks, Glen.
Bye, Glen.
Thanks for stopping in. Yes.
Oh, can we talk about the new master plan that they've come up with? Paul has come up with the master plan on how to fuck with Corey and make Nicole cry, basically. They're going to imply that it's not a done deal, that Paulie is going home, and they're open to listening to, and they're going to actually say to Paulie, we might actually just keep you. And say to Corey, keeping Paulie isn't actually a bad idea. And already Paul started it, James has started it, I believe Michelle is starting it, Natalie's got her little speech to the boys, and they truly believe that they're going to be able to screw up. Nicole's going to implode because she's going to be like, oh my god. And this is all happening because Paul says Corey and Nicole are sitting there too fucking comfortable, not worried about it at all.
Okay, can you start, because remind me to tell you one thing about Trump. Remind me to tell you about Trump before we end this, but now can you just start, because I was thinking of what I was going to say to you, but start it from the beginning again. Who are the people that came up with this plan?
Paul.
Okay, so
And he went to Michelle, Natalie, James, and
Victor.
And they're all going to play it that there is a chance that they might actually send Corey home. So that Nicole gets all upset. But I'm like, this is going to work for 5 minutes because then James is going to open his mouth 5 minutes before eviction. And they're not going to be rattled for the HOH. It's funny to watch. It really is.
A turnabout is fair play. You know, they did this to Bridget to make her try and turn on Frank. So now it's coming back to you. I mean, Paulie did. So now, Paulie, it's coming back to you too. Whatever. But it doesn't make sense when you consider that this is a jury voting for you. And if one person lets it leak, Paul, you're going to have Nicole and Corey now pissed off when they find out that you just did this to toy with them, and it will come out.
Well, who would Corey and Nicole vote for?
Not the person who did that. If it was
Victor, but Victor's part of it too.
Doesn't matter. Whoever they are told toyed with them just as... Could you see Nicole? Oh, I don't want to toy with me. I'm never rooting for you. You toyed with my emotions. That was not game. That was not game, and you just toyed with my emotions for no reason. You could have just said that she was going home.
I'm sorry, that sounds exactly like Rachel Riley.
No, Rachel Riley would be like, tequila. I can't do a good Nicole when I'm actually stuck.
It's reminding me of something, and I can't remember who it is. Chat room, who is it? Who does it? It's like a real life person that actually speaks like that. It's not Nicole. It's
I don't know. Victor called out Corey for his lack of game, asked if he makes the first move with girls. I don't know if that has to do with anything. I think they should send Corey out anyway. So do I.
I kind of want Corey to go home just so Nicole sits there crying and Nicole's this type of person that's going to be thinking, oh my god, now he's going to be fucking Bridget or Zakiya. I don't trust him. I don't know him that well. I need to go to the jury house to keep an eye on her man. So she'll be begging to go home next.
Paulie is a lone ship at this point. Mm-hmm. He does not have the trust of anyone. He is unstable.
He's unstable.
And he is a huge target. The fact that you would send that home over somebody that is in a pair and going to be 2 votes and 2 people working against you is ridiculous. But this isn't a house of smart people.
Well, I would like it that... Okay, so Paulie has been through hell this week, in his opinion. The struggle is real for Paulie. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get 2 weeks of pain out of him?
2 weeks of good feeds.
And we're now at... Oh god, that Austin person, Jeff, on the feed. So it's lipping. So they're in the Ziggy Marley bullshit backyard.
Can't wait to see Nicole running around Dallas with binoculars around her neck, says TV or bust.
Looking for her man.
Natalie and James won't do. This is a great point too by Delaney W in the chat room, says no, Natalie and James will not vote that way because then it makes them the only couple left in the house. It's a good point.
Why do we have to have such smart, nice people in the chat room that just like completely deflate the bubble one, just like the balloon just goes pop? Thank you.
Well, we don't know that James would be smart enough to do that. You know what? Figure that out. You know what I thought was funny about James last night in his edit, which was even made it seem better than it was when he was like, I'm gonna go march up there and I'm gonna stick up for my lady. And he sat down in the chair, said one thing, and that was it.
And then Bridget took over.
Let me tell you, that was all he said.
I saw it. That was it.
The whole scene, which went on for like 10, 15 minutes, was just Paulie attacking Natalie attacking back, well, not attacking back, like, rationally talking back to him.
She was brilliant that night. She really was very, very smart. And she played him so well because you could see he was like, I ain't bothered about it. I'm not.
She's like, what?
I'm not bothered.
Yeah, she's like,
it's not getting to me.
She's like, I really don't care what you think of me.
She's like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care.
Hashtag never gonna see you again. Except, as we've learned from Twitter drama, they do live near each other and they run in the same circles.
Here's the thing. He's never mentioned the fact that she's an ex-NFL cheerleader for the Jets. If they run in the same circles, how the fuck doesn't he know there's a hot chick down the street that cheerleads and hangs out with his friends?
He is aware.
He's never said it on... He's never once said... All I've ever heard her say is she wants to become a cheerleader, and she wants to become a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Maybe it was when I turned off for a month. I don't know. Maybe he's been yapping about it. But I didn't know he was aware... I didn't know that he was aware that she was actually in the NFL. And I kind of think that he must know. There's this little part of me that thinks he knows, because he keeps putting James down about his appearance and how Natalie is not into him.
Right.
You know, the way that he speaks is like, why would Natalie want to be with that? That's all fake. It's all strategy. And I truly believe that we talked about this last night. I think she likes him. I think she likes James. She could have had any of these people that she wanted, from freaking physical therapists and doctors and players and managers and agents, whatever she wanted. And she wants someone that keeps her safe. And those guys don't make her feel safe, I don't think.
Right.
You know, to do the dad issues and stuff like that. But I just don't understand why Paulie, first of all, has such a problem with it. Maybe it's because he likes Natalie.
Big Brother New York City says Nat probably has more to reveal on him, so that's probably why he's keeping his mouth shut.
Well, I've seen a few tweets from the girls on The Amazing Race.
Correct.
Talking about... Now, was one with Paulie as the ex-girlfriend and one was a friend? What was the dynamic between these two? Or were they speaking on behalf of his ex-girlfriend?
I really don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Apparently the ring got given back to his mother.
But when? Like, currently? Like, he was...
Yes. Apparently he gave some girl a ring before he left.
Okay.
Then he goes on the show and bangs Zakia, like, 12 days in. And the girl handed the ring back or something.
Dancing Amy says confirmed they were speaking on behalf of the ex.
Okay, so but the ex did get a ring before he left New Jersey.
It says Paulie's net worth is $450,000.
Yeah, I saw that too. Where does it
say that?
It's on like networth.com or something. It's to do with his gym and stuff like that. But he's not actually. Here's something else. It said on that article.
How much I'm worth? Go ahead.
I know. I'm negative. I'm in the negative. It said something about Paulie hadn't been at the gym since 2012. So, and then he had to go into some financial company to work. And then, so whose gym were they at the other day when they were filming with his brother on night one?
I will say I don't know the answer to that, but I was always under the impression that he owned his own gym.
Here's the thing. Boogie, who you can't stand, had Dolce Group, and, you know, he talked about ketchup and go here, and, you know, the whole thing. You understand what I mean? The whole thing. That was the place he was opening up ketchup in Atlanta.
Got it. Go ahead.
And what was the other one called?
Which way am I going? Go ahead.
The big one. What was the big restaurant called that he had? The Japanese one.
Oh, I know what you mean. I'm never... Chat room will tell us the name. I'm never...
Tell me what it is, because it's going to drive me fucking crazy.
Yes, I'll tell you.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Geisha
House.
Geisha House. Thank you.
Okay. He had the fucking t-shirts on.
Right.
Where the fuck is Paulie'sGym.com t-shirts? Why did he not get the fucking tattoo? At least he can't, you know. At least us live feeders would see it. Where's his t-shirts? Where's his marketing? Where's this gym? Why has he never mentioned the name of the gym?
That is what I have said nonstop, is I don't understand why, if you are a business owner, you would not do everything to promote your business and your brand. Well, I completely agree. That has made no sense. Furthermore, if your business is in New Jersey and it's a gym, why would you be saying things to discourage the female clientele from attending your gym in New Jersey?
When Cody was on the show, I said this last night as well, Cody kept saying he worked for Indeed. He was a big sales rep for Indeed. He lived in New York City. He did not live at home. But allegedly now he lives at home with a gym. I heard somewhere along the way in the last couple of years, I don't know if it's true, Cody gave money to his brother when he won the 50 grand to help start the gym. I mean, I read it somewhere. It was probably bullshit on the internet, but it doesn't make sense. He's not promoting this apparent business that he has, and he says he's a DJ. Now, Pow Pow was a DJ. This guy does bar mitzvahs. You know,
Jersey girl in the chat room says, "That's it. I'm not going to any more gyms just to make sure I don't support Paulie's."
Well, could you imagine? Okay, Jersey girl sitting there, and she's like, okay, she's watching the feeds, and she can imagine if Paulie said something along the lines of, "Oh, we wanted to get this really good unit on Broad Street, but we took the other one on River Walk," or whatever. You'd know where, because he would drop the city and the town or whatever.
I agree with you.
He's done none of that.
I agree that I have had the same conversation. Let's put it this way. I'm not name dropping, but I was at dinner with Amanda, and one of the conversations we had was she was swearing to me she would never, ever, ever do All Stars. And I'm like, Amanda, you run a business. Why would you not want 3 nights a week on national, television, prime time, 3 nights a week, and 24/7 live feeds on one of the #1 networks? You as a business owner, that is like the biggest opportunity ever to have. Like, I don't know why anybody would not do that. So
when she was on the first time, her mother's business took a bashing because of fucking idiot fans.
Which is what I think she's probably worried about.
I know. And here's another thing. I've looked at Paulie's Twitter account before he locked in.
Right.
It didn't say like www.pauliesgym.com.
I will say this was the one point I was going to make before. If you guys go back, I will try and remember, or I'll just say it like this is the easiest way. What was Cody's season? 16. If you 16. If you go to yourrealityrecaps.com/BB16, you can see all the shows we did for BB16.
Oh, you had that's right.
We had Paulie on. It was for Cleo's birthday show. So it was me, Cleo, and Paulie. And Paulie talked I specifically remember he talked all about the opening of his gym business. So that's why I'm thinking I thought it was a real thing.
So that was 2014. So the article that said that he hasn't been at the gym since 2012 is not exactly
Where was this article?
I saw it on Twitter somewhere. It's like networth.com. It linked to something. Paulie. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'm not very good with last names. I call him Cauliflower.
I mean, there is definitely 2 ways to look at it. You could look at it as,
why were you not invited to the opening?
Of what?
Why were all the reality people not invited to the opening if there was an opening of a gym? In New Jersey, where there's a ton of people from New York, why did, Derek had just won or was just about to win. His brother was coming in second place. Derek would have driven down to the opening of the gym. Why was it not?
To be fair, I feel like he did invite me to the gym on that Cleo show. But again, I can't remember last week. Now, I will say that, now let me go back. Because I feel like you could play it both ways, though. We could say, why would he not be promoting the shit out of his gym, right? Like what we're saying.
But he might be getting egged or tomatoed right now because of the way he's behaving.
Right. Or he knew going in that what he's doing right now would be the strategy that he was going to do and knew that it would make his gym look bad. So he didn't want to mention the gym at all to keep it a completely separate entity from the show.
Now, hypothetically, you guys in the chat room agree or disagree. regardless if he's talked about his gym or not. Imagine walking into a gym, especially if you're a girl in New Jersey or New York, and you're like, aren't you that fucking prick from Big Brother that said I'm a typical Jersey girl?
Oh,
How much business is he going to lose? So this doesn't make any freaking sense either. If he is a real business owner, he would conduct himself in a way that doesn't completely shut down his entire pipeline of money.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a guy, I'm not going to let my wife or my girlfriend go to his gym. The guy's a prick.
I don't want to say I 100% can get the answer to this, but I will say I will look into a very credible source that would have the answer to this.
Oh, I know who that.
And I will ask them if it's something that they are willing to give us the answer to and let us talk about.
Even if you just get an answer, yes, he really does have a gym and it's up and running, or is he a trainer in a gym?
Right. No, according to Big Brother, he's a dancer and a DJ.
Yeah, there's that.
Is he saying on the feeds he has the gym? Like, where are we hearing about the gym?
I keep hearing I'm a business owner and, I've run businesses and blah, blah, blah.
I've heard that too.
I have my gym and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, they started at the beginning in a gym.
Right. He says he owns a DJ business, says TV or Bust. Okay. Co-owner of a gym, according to online articles. Now, that to me would make sense. If he was the co-owner of a gym, if I was his co-owner and I knew he was going on Big Brother, I would say, keep us out of Big Brother. We have seen how this can destroy a business, a family.
Yeah, and a family, yeah.
So the business co-owner might have not signed a non-disclosure release.
Release, yeah. So he's got a business. It must be a New Jersey thing. Kind of like Melissa Gorga has her Envy store, but it's not really her store. It's somebody else's store that they were redoing. Is that a New Jersey thing for TV stars?
I guess.
Not obviously regular New Jersey people. It's just the ones on TV who own things.
Right. Natalie's friends on Twitter said he's a dancer at events. Like Gina Marie.
Dancer? Like a stripper? Not Gina Marie stripper. What kind of dancer of events?
Gina Marie does that legitimately for real too. Like she's like at the bar mitzvahs. Like Gina Marie. Well, I wouldn't say dancer, but yes, she dances, and she's like like an entertainment. Like she gets the party happy. This all sounds horrible. She has her clothes on the whole time and is with other adults doing adult things. You've never been at a party where there's like an MC? Let's call it an MC. Where she, is on the dance floor and getting people to dance and let's do the Macarena. It's very United States. Maybe this is not United Statesy enough for you.
No, so he's the guy that stands there clapping his hands and telling people to get up and dance.
To get up and dance and let's go and come on, that's the bride and groom.
Do Americans not get up and dance on their own?
No, we don't. We need to be directed and we need to be told what to do. Are you kidding
Normally
me?
A song comes on and it's like, oh, you grab your girlfriend and you're like, come on, let's go. Fuck him over there.
Oh, no, the guys never want to dance at a wedding. That's why you need Paulie on the dance floor so that the girls get up on the dance floor. They want to dance with Paulie. The guys get jealous and they're like, oh, I guess we'll have to go dance with our girlfriends or wives on the dance floor.
I did hear him say something about he can't have a beard at an event because a beard is not professional. My husband has a beard and he's very professional.
I think...
and look at you.
Well, I trimmed this today, but not here. So I think
if you were going to work, I mean,
I would have shaved it my neck. So I think yes, you 100% can make a beard be professional, but
no, Paul's beard isn't exactly professional.
He makes a lot of money on that beard, apparently.
Well, I'm going to tell you a quick story. About a month ago, my husband had a midlife crisis and did the whole little. It was a thick beard, and he doing these stupid. I was like. No sex, you're getting no sex until you cut that fucking thing off your face. I was like, no. He's like, I love it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You're not wearing it. He went to a national conference with his. I said, that's fine. Just don't call me. I don't want to fucking hear it. Get that thing off your face. And every time he called me to FaceTime, I was like this. So how was your day? Not even looking at him. I was like, I can't even fucking. It's the only thing I see. I can't look at you.
Been there.
It's gone. disappeared one morning. He realized that, God, this is like 12 days without sex. And
that he's not homeless.
Mm-hmm.
That he has the ability to groom.
Mm-hmm.
That there are mirrors around him. Should I keep going?
I was like, okay. I was like, oh, honey, you look like yourself again. Whatever happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
You need laid. Okay, finally, it worked.
I'm gonna say this because I see a lot of people in the chat room keep saying we don't know about what Paulie's saying. What's the truth? What's a lie? This and that. Mm-hmm. Look, here's the deal. I honestly think maybe maybe Cody will go live. And when Cody goes live, maybe these are the questions that you guys should ask Cody at some point.
Is Cody still online, though? Because I heard the entire family have, cut themselves off. Is Cody still doing his
I still
trash
see
talking
them.
videos?
I see them on... Oh, so you're saying they made their things... Would I see their stuff if it's private?
Yeah, I think if you follow them before they went private.
I followed them and they follow me.
Right, so you still see their things.
Okay, I don't think Cody stopped either. No, I don't, and it's not private. So no, Cody, no, hasn't stopped. He still does YouNows randomly.
Okay.
And he's not private on Twitter. Cody tweeted not worried. # not worried, says Lisa Nova.
Not worried about what?
I guess Cody, Paulie. Poorly.
Because he knows it's all fake.
There are too many Odie, Ories, Ollies, Alls. It's too much.
Two Pauls.
Derek, I mean, I can't. It's a giant tongue twister. They might as well call this Big Brother 18 tongue twister.
Well, okay, yeah, Corey. Yeah, so that was another question. So you've answered that. Oh, what do you think about the new summer outfits? Have you seen this new summer outfit stuff that they have to wear? If they're on punishment, they now have the summer version.
I have not seen the summer version.
Well, Corey has to wear Speedos with a cape.
Oh boy.
When he goes outside. Paul's is really cool. He looks like, as somebody said, I think Michelle said, you look like you're in Good Charlotte. He's got the suit with the shirt, the sleeves ripped off. Mm-hmm. And he's wearing boy shorts and Doc Marten type things or whatever he's got on his feet. He looks really cool. Nicole has a bright orange bikini looking thing. And I think it might have the hubcap things here, the things that were on her knees or on her boobs or something. I'm not exactly sure. But I think it was Natalie was like, oh my God, that's so cute. And they've not worn them yet. But
when did we get to see them?
Today. They came on today. The Corey and Nicole have not actually put their outfits on yet, but if they're in the backyard at a pool party, country fair thing, maybe they're getting made to wear them today.
Do you think the have-nots will be allowed to eat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, here's another thing. The president has been sent by Paulie misbehaving so badly. Mm-hmm. Why would any future house guest, or in fact any current house guest, do what they're fucking told to do?
I agree.
Why?
I completely agree.
There is no punishment for him. There is no, oh, well, you didn't see fuck all to Cody. Paulie, why am I'm not going to do that. What the fuck are you going to do to me?
I agree.
Send me to jury so I can sit there and drink beer all day? I don't know how that's going to work.
I think that it doesn't seem like he's being punished.
I wouldn't be wearing my outfit. I wouldn't be sleeping in the have-not room. I'd be like, fuck you. If he's not baking pies and wearing that goddamn outfit 24/7, I'm doing fuck all. Sorry.
But that's what you would do as a smart game player. This is not a season of smart game players. If they were smart, I agree with you. That's exactly what they should be doing. Each one of them should be going into that diary room and going, if he does not have to do competitions, I want to know what his penalty is right now.
Right.
And Nicole should do exactly what you said. She'd be like, then I'm not wearing my outfit. And then there's no repercussions, then fuck everything. I agree with you. But they're not a smart cast.
So we need to go on the show then and act when somebody acts up, we need to put them in their place and say enough. Because there's too much. This is what else I hate as well. The entire house is scared of one person acting up. I mean, on Big Brother 8, at least, what was her name? Amber. At least she fucking got into it with Evil Dick and screamed and shouted. And so did Jen. She came back and, you know, the guy that was causing all the trouble in the house. I mean, who gives a fuck? He was hilarious to me on the feeds. I thought it was great. But the house guest didn't quite like living with him. But he won the fucking money. Who cares?
I like my family too much, and I would guess you like yours too much to play that game. But
I actually like my iPads way too much to leave.
I would mind a segment where, like, they let us just go into the house and yell things at them and then leave.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they have something happen like that? Remember the
shout-outs or whatever with fans?
No, they had people actually coming in. Like, dressed up. Like, the little person came in.
Oh, yeah. That was Pandora's box.
Yeah. See, I was thinking it was a Pandora's box.
No, I legitimately mean we should be allowed to go into the house and we should be able to tell them what we're unhappy with them about.
Or they all have to sit down and watch what tweets, the last 10 tweets about Big Brother are this. And it says, right. Eric at Reality Recap says, oh my god, Paulie is such a fucking bitch. Oh, and they're like getting, because remember they used to do the cards, where they used to get the big cards. Remember years ago, they would give you them information about what was going on and what people were saying about them, and years ago.
I remember the newspaper room.
No.
Do you remember the newspaper room when they gave them, they sent them into the room and it was all the covers of newspapers and they could read as much current events as they wanted to? Or whatever.
Was that season 2? Was it season 2?
I don't remember, but it was.
Do you remember when oh my god, Roddy, season 3, what was Roddy's girlfriend in the house called?
No clue.
Oh, come on. The brunette. Kiara.
Okay.
I think it was Kiara. Or was it Amy? No, it was Amy. Amy, they had put the little room and they had balls in the room and they had to dive into the room. It was filled with balls and stuff and she lost the fucking diamond out of her ring.
Lisa.
Was it Lisa?
Sparkly eye says Lisa.
She lost her diamond out of her ring. I was like, what? And they ended up having to take every freaking ball out of the room. And that was a tiny little bedroom as well. Because it was the old house.
Yeah.
And they literally filled this house up with balls. It was really cool. And those are the good old days. And when they had competitions that were all-nighters and, you know.
Oh, then it was Amy. Amy was the one who lost the ring.
Yeah, so she was the one. Yeah. But they were all trying to find her. She's like, oh my god, I lost my diamond. And I'm like, well, first of all, why are you taking a diamond into the Big Brother house? God. Nothing I would take would be real. I'd have knock off everything going in the house.
I cannot remember what happened 2 weeks ago this season. I don't know how you remember that.
I remember quite a lot.
Dancing Amy says, I remember the big cards with the emails on it.
Thank you.
I remember June getting hers.
Yes. I remember them all getting, it was comments that people were making and we love you and, you know, they were like, oh my god, look what people, yeah, it was really cool. So they must have stopped that season 5. I don't remember them getting it in season 6 because it was a new house.
Right, probably, maybe.
But, I mean, there were so many things that were cool about the season. And something went terribly wrong with the show. And I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it with the
social media?
No, well, we were all on social media. I mean, I've got a question for you. What is the strangest request anyone has made to you? All the way back to forums. Remember people would send you private messages on forums and stuff? What is the strangest thing anybody's ever asked you from one Big Brother fan to another? Because I've got a beauty that you'll be like, what the fuck?
Dirty underwear?
Somebody asked me if I would send them my shower curtain so they could pretend that I was behind it when they were in the bathroom. And I was
disgusting.
No, stop. I'm trying to block them. And then they said, well, could you take a picture of it and I'll send you my address so you can send a picture to me because it was way before cell phones and all that sort of stuff. That was what somebody asked me. That was the weirdest request I ever got from a complete and utter fucking stranger who, my avatar was a pink pig, I think. They didn't even know what I looked like at that point. It was like, and I was called.
They were just going off your voice?
No, this was straight up forums.
Oh, really?
Forum, okay. That said that my avatar was a pink pig and I was called Glam Slam, and they obviously liked the way that I spoke, because obviously the way I type is the way I speak. And they wanted to have my shower curtain for some reason, so they could pretend that the pink pig, obviously called Glam Slam, was behind the curtain. It was the most bizarre, freaky, scary fucking shit ever.
I have only had people ask me for underwear, socks, sometimes used, and then told me they would make a donation or become like a patron or whatever. But funny enough, I actually listened to a podcast the other day where this woman makes over $150,000 a year selling her underwear to 3 people a month. So she just has to like wear underwear for a week, and then she gives it to somebody and they give her like $10,000. And apparently, believe me, there was a moment where I was like, can I do this? Now that's for girls. They like your underwear.
Wait a minute. What happens when she has, how old is this person? Kind of like...
I don't remember. Like 30s.
So she was still getting her period, so she could only work 3 weeks out of the month.
I guess that's maybe
There's no one wants
why.
bloody. I mean, maybe the bloody ones go much more. I mean, who knows? But holy shit. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was just...
But guys, they don't necessarily want guys' underwear. The big market for guys is socks. Yep, see, tagline, you right in the chat room. For guys, they want your socks. Look, if you want my socks... Now, I wouldn't be doing this as Eric Reality Recaps, but if there's like some down low way that somebody's like, Eric, we'll buy your socks for like $25, you can have them. I will make everyone I know start wearing socks. I will collect socks, and I will start a sock shipping business if it will pay bills around here.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Glam has this fucking ridiculous amount of shoes, okay? And he has like 5 pairs of matching socks per shoes. Like
he has socks that match his shoes.
Yeah, he has he's obsessed with fucking being metrosexual. Everything has got to match. The fucking belt has got to be the exact same shade and in the right family of color to go with the shoes. I mean, socks, you'll have 4 different types of Calvin Klein stripy socks, and they all go with certain shoes, and it's just fucking ridiculous. The boy has got more shoes than me, and he does not spend lightly on shoes either. He just came back with, he said, oh, look, I got myself another pair of running shoes. He has like these Nike walking shoes that you don't need to wear socks with. But that was like yesterday or the day before. He came back with another pair of fucking shoes. The boy is nuts when it comes to shoes. I will quite gladly send you Mr. Glam's socks because I'm sick to death of fucking washing them. Heave. Anyone wants to buy Mr. Glam's socks for $25 a pair? You just give me, just shoot me a DM and it's fine.
Telling you right now, just Google it, because I told Giselle and she did not believe me.
I don't want to Google it because something else like shoe fetish will come up or some fucking shit like that.
You would be surprised. I remember on one of her shows we were looking it up, and the amount of money that you can get for socks and underwear is unbelievable. But
do you want to know what people would get from me? Used tea bags. Hello. Would you like one of Glammy's used tea bags? It's the PG tip tea bag, and it was used approximately 4 days ago. There you go, in an envelope. Enjoy.
Breezy Babe says, way to put a spotlight on me, Eric. They do that on Orange is the New Black. It's so weird. Look, honestly. What? Yeah, I mean, honestly, look, I get it. Everybody has different fetishes, but that's not this. We can do a special fetishes show one day.
Would you classify Big Brother as a fetish?
Sure, why not? We're watching, it's voyeurism for sure.
Yeah, because we're watching people running around hoping to God that their nipples fall out or their dick fall out. I mean,
I'm not hoping that.
We've been watching that for you. I mean, remember like way back when there was like 3 forums on the entire website and the entire internet, and we all had dial-up. There was actually the page called Big Brother Nudes, and we'd all go there and go, oh, look, there's Roddy's dick. You know? Ha ha. I mean, it was so... You were on the wrong forums.
There's a forum of Big Brother naked people?
Just,
Not of pictures of the people naked?
in the house.
Really?
Yes, just look.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean,
Google
honestly, I'm not
BB
surprised.
nudes.
I'm
and
good.
Hello.
I'm
They've
good.
they've never had the nip slips or the dick slips for, well, actually, whose dick was out this year? Corey's dick, right? He thought he was being really funny by turning his back to the camera, but there's a mirror and the picture of his dick. He was opening his towel. You
Seriously?
didn't see that? Yeah, it was either Corey or Paulie. At the beginning, it was at the beginning of the season.
I feel like I saw Corey looking at Frank's butt in the shower or something. I remember that.
Oh, no, Corey was sitting on a chair, like just sitting like...
Chat room said it was Corey, and yes, that happened.
Yes, his dick fell out.
Here's the thing. Again, I'm not bragging, but I can't do it. I think the reason I wouldn't do it, or I don't want to do it, is because a lot of times I find myself around these people and I would just be like, I know what your penis looks like. I saw your penis online.
Well, did you hear Zakia and Paulie have sex? Or have you heard Nicole and Corey have sex? I mean, or Zakia and Paulie?
I don't watch that.
You didn't watch that?
I swear on my life.
Oh, come on. You watched that. You watched the April and Ollie fucking in the HOH room all those years ago.
First of all, I have no desire to watch straight porn.
Ask the chat room how many people saw April and Ollie fucking in the HOH room and the covers came off and Ollie's pulling them over his head and there's ass out and they're just like banging cheeks and it was just like, oh
Patty White says everyone saw that.
Except you, allegedly.
I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable because it's like real people. Look,
what do you think amateur porn on the internet is?
I don't know them. People? Or I don't feel like I've been, like, in this psychosomatic relationship because I watch them. I don't know. It feels weird. I can't do it.
What happens if it was two guys? Would you watch?
Oh, in. 100% I'm in. Who is it? Corey and Paulie? Corey and Paulie, I'm in. What channel? What feed? What is it? Is it the secret number 5 feed? I'm in.
So we got why he's not watching, because it doesn't arouse him.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
He'd have it on loop, he'd have it in the car, he'd have it on his iPhone, he'd have it everywhere. He'd have it as his fucking screensaver. It would be popping every time the phone rang. The video would play for just a split second.
No, you had me. Did you not notice I perked up when you told me that there's a Corey dick pic? Now I'm interested.
You're sort of like this.
Somebody send me that. Somebody send me that. I don't really care for. I don't really care for Paulie. Well, like I'm not really attracted to.
I can't get past the roller skates and the thong or the G-string or whatever you call them, the jockstrap. I'm sorry, but as we were talking about yesterday, you had to get boys to, accidentally touch you in college and when you were growing up. Now, boys apparently get naked with their jockstraps on and disco on rollerblades together with dicks touching. And with one goes like this.
Guys.
Like this. I'm like, wait a minute, that's so... I don't know.
I know, I don't really care for that guy, though.
It's just weird.
No, I agree with you, it's weird.
I mean, they were holding fucking hands.
Well, it was apparently a commercial.
No.
Apparently they said they were shooting a commercial.
I've never seen... What fucking... Where do you put that commercial up?
I don't know.
Pornhub? Or what? Whatever it's called.
Is Pornhub a thing? I thought it was XTube.
No, that's the wrong side you're bound for again, I believe.
Look, I found a really good place, and it sorts it by model and actor, and they give you 5 minutes for free. You don't have to pay for anything. The best. I'm not sharing it because it might be a fluke. That could be a commercial. Their butts were out. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Maybe we should get the website theirbuttswereout.com.
It's true. We could do that. We could get that out. We need weekly glammy shows. Eric's so cute. Look, I'm not blushing. I'm ill.
I need to get this fixed. It's driving me nuts. Sometimes I go like that and I look like I've got a double chin. Sorry.
Welcome to my world. Well, Glammy,
What?
we've been on for an hour and a half, and I need to wrap this show up.
Well, I hope that Real Housewives of Orange County is recording at the moment.
I recorded the show after it as well, so I didn't get screwed like Real Housewives of New Jersey last night.
I didn't get screwed. I did that both as well.
Oh, okay, you did record both as well? Well, I got screwed, but thankfully I caught it in time to record the second one. B Hoot in the chat room says, you were going to tell Glammy something about Trump. Thank you, B Hoot, for remembering.
What happened? But
here's what I was going to say.
Did he say something stay stupid?
I was going to say, when you started going down that road of Josiah was in the backyard with Corey and they were starting
I deliberately didn't say anything because I knew.
Oh, because you knew Glen was in the chat room. Oh, that was very smart of you. So for those of you who don't know, Glen's a huge Trump fan. And I was like, oh God, Glammy, don't mention Trump right now. And I was like, this is going to be bad if Glammy starts mentioning Trump.
No,
I was like, it's going to get awkward in the chat room for Glen.
I didn't say anything because I knew that he was, and I knew he was here. And I was like, okay, first thing that popped into my head was, no Trump references. It's very strange. But why did Glen come in here tonight?
Because he loves me.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I had everybody scheduled. Everybody was supposed to be on our show, like, instantly. Like, literally, what was the Friday show was when it happened, and I had everybody scheduled for Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Well, so now this has happened, that this is Ziggy Marley in the backyard, and it's going to be a concert in the backyard on Friday night, with probably, jury footage and some have-never-seen episode, like a filler show, basically, which I don't understand why the fuck they would do that. I'm now convinced that Paulie does have the round trip ticket and he's coming back.
I agree as well.
I think they were waiting. Well, no, they must have known. Oh, well, no, they don't have to know because they could have easily switched out the ticket. And I think this is my theory, my conspiracy theory. I think up until this week, every single person's ticket inside said one way.
Yeah, and we said that last night, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think that just this week, they went in and gave both, or I think they might have done it today when they did the lockdown up in the HOH room. They locked them upstairs. I think they might have gone into Paulie's bag and switched out the one-way ticket and put a round-trip ticket in. And they already had Ziggy Marley lined up.
It's
just my guess.
Great conspiracy theory. I think if there was any way they were going to do it, that is definitely a way to do it.
Do you still think somebody's coming back from the jury, though? Because that's what frickin' Alison Grodner said in the bloody interview.
Only if the retweet doesn't happen.
What mean, retweet?
I mean round trip.
But the round trip is going to happen, because now...
Then nobody's going to come back.
See, Alison Grodner is such a cow, because she said that bloody interview on August 11th, saying, oh, maybe Devon will come back if the round trip ticket's not used.
Well, I think they probably all thought that Paulie was safe at that point.
So now they've had to give him a ticket to keep him in the house.
I don't think they gave him a ticket. I think he legitimately picked the ticket, and they knew that he had it.
No, I think every single ticket was one way. I think every ticket was one way until they wanted it not to be. You've got to remember, Big Brother is in the same category as WWE wrestling. It's not a game show. It can be fucked with any way that they want to. They don't have to be honest with us. And they are looking for making a good TV show, not necessarily good live feeds or what we think of the house guests.
Right. I agree.
And that, if you actually look up Big Brother under the FCC, it is in the same category as bullshit fucking shows. It's not in the category of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to go by the game show rules. It goes by its own rules, and it says on every single thing that the admin can change the outcome and not give you votes. Oh, and other shows that are in the same category. The Voice, American Idol. They do not have to disclose how many votes were cast.
Correct.
So, same kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, and people are always like, it's rigged. I'm like, of course it's fucking rigged. It's Big Brother. It's been rigged since day one.
Well, I always thought it was rigged until this season, and now I feel like it's not rigged because
Because they got a bunch of
none of the people we like are still in this house.
No, I like Paulie now. I mean, Paul.
If they were going to rig it, Frank would still be in the house. Devon would still be in the house.
I hated Frank, though.
You did. America loved him, and Allison loves them.
But he didn't love us.
Doesn't matter. She loved him, and she's going to rig it. She'd rig it for him.
I think she found a better looking version of Frank in Paulie.
I agree. I very much maybe agree.
Just
or not.
Drop the fucking ball on Frank and fuck it. Let the house do it this week. I mean, I didn't like Frank at the very end at all. I thought, go home, bye-bye, whatever.
I like Frankie and I like Frankie and Tiffany at the end as well.
Frankie and Tiffany.
I don't know even what I'm saying. Dancing Amy says the only reason that wasn't rigged was because of the Grodner exposed party, and I do agree with that.
Oh yes, didn't she?
Yeah.
Like something. What? Remind me of the tweet she liked secretly.
Something that said that Frank was the best player in the game or something, or Frank was better than Devon. Something about how she liked Frank and that Frank should go all the way. And then Michelle's 16-year-old sister liked it and retweeted it, and then it became Grodner Exposed Party.
I saw that, yeah. I just couldn't remember the tweet. That was a long time. I mean, I think that's when she had dropped the ball on Frank and say...
Exactly. Glammy.
So I still think it's rigged.
Okay, you can think it's rigged. Clearly, we're going to have to talk about this more, but here's my problem.
You can't speak anymore.
Worse than that, I have 15 minutes until my pharmacy closes where I have to pick up my prescription. Okay. So, we really need to end the show, but clearly Glammy will have to come back on again. It won't be tomorrow, because I will not be doing a show tomorrow. I am taking tomorrow off. I take Tuesdays off, clearly, while I'm dying.
Why?
But I have to go because it's just too much. I do a show every single day. I need one day off, and usually nothing happens on Tuesdays. I only implemented it last week.
Last week?
The first week I implemented it. Like, my body is just, my doctor's
like... It's shutting down. It can't do it.
Doctor's like, you're going to die if you don't start resting.
I don't know why I put my glasses on, because I couldn't see you properly, but I think my glasses are dirty, so I need to go anyway.
Well, Glammy, you know what people with glasses will know? Where to find you on your website. At what?
PrincessGlammy.com and Princess Glammy on Twitter and Princess Glammy on Princess under fucking score thingy jigger on Glammy on Instagram, and I believe I might be on Snapchat as the Glams. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Don't know how to use that.
At Sherry Blackberry pointed out in the chat room, and then Eric did a show on Tuesday anyway. Correct. See? And then I didn't even take last Tuesday off. Look, my point is you don't know. My plan is to take tomorrow off. We'll see what happens. Glammy, I hope, will come back on again.
I will.
And we will continue this conversation. I don't even have the strength or wherewithal to get in it. I'm just saying this link, you all know what to do. Or don't do. I could be dead tomorrow. What do I know? Amazon Video, if you guys like our shows, go to that address. You do it. We only have 15 days left. It'll really help us out. We love you guys. Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys on Twitter. Glammy only has 10 minutes until Real Housewives of Orange County starts.
I think it might have started already, and I have got...
No, 9 o'clock.
Oh, is it 9 o'clock?
Yes.
It was 8 o'clock. See, thank you, because I was a little bit back there.
We'll see you guys on Twitter later. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye. We love you guys. Bye. I'm sorry I can't say goodbye to the chat room. I gotta go to the pharmacy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sorry.